Hello and welcome to Adventures in Model Railroading, a video log of how I do things and my adventures in model railroading. We're just getting this channel started. If you do have a moment, please check it out. I do have links to other videos on there. Please like and subscribe. Now, let's go ahead and talk about new items. Got quite a few new items in the past week. And let's go ahead and start with this one. Okay, this is a Kado Undecorated dome coach. Not much more to say. It is Kado, so I am certain that it's a good runner. Okay. Alright, other things that I have gotten include a E8 chassis. Bought this for a project. The other parts and decals are still coming, so this will be a subject of a future video. I have tested it. It runs fine, no problems, but it is Kado, so really didn't expect any problems with it. And third thing I have is a body shell and case from a Kado Alco PA1 AT and SF gold bonnet. Now I had a spare chassis laying around and I went ahead and repowered it, and it's been sitting around. I had another shell, but the shell was from a different manufacturer. It wasn't working out, so I went ahead and started looking for a PA shell. Lo and behold, they're kind of hard to find, so when this one became available, I went ahead and got it. There we go. Pretty nice, isn't it? Now, right before the retailer sent it to me, I got an email from them and stating that they had been parting this out for a customer, and the customer no longer wanted the chassis and wasn't interested if I had wanted it. Well, I sent an email back explaining that I'd gotten this to place on a chassis that I already have, so everything was cool with that. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is this. Fox Valley's 1935 Milwaukee Road, Hiawatha. Now this is the basic set. Does not include all the cars that ran on the prototype. Okay, most notably, it's missing a baggage, a diner, and another parlor car. Now what this includes is the locomotive, the tap car, 3 coaches, a parlor car, and the beaver tail observation. Okay, I have looked at this and I wanted to make sure that it was undamaged after being sent here. Everything is cosmetically fine. We'll go ahead and run it later. Now I've also picked up 3 cars to supplement this. A baggage car. The red roof is my fault. I got it before I knew that the cars had aluminum or white roofs. Okay. The second car I got is the parlor car, Iscuda. This will make up for the missing parlor car in the original set. Let me rephrase that. Everything's there in the set. This will be the parlor car that was not part of the set, but a part of the prototype. Now, I did some research. I haven't found out the order that the cars were typically run in, but I did come across that when it was busy, they would sometimes add another coach car. Here. Now, once again, I've opened these up, I've looked at them, made sure everything was fine. The parlor car Escuda suffered some damage somewhere along the line. One of the wheel sets popped out of the truck and broke off the brake shoe. Okay, that being said, we're going to set these cars aside and dive into the box here, see what's included. Okay, first, let me go ahead and do this. Set that off over here. Okay, flip it around. You may notice that there is an empty jewel case. That's intentionally empty, just to make the box, everything work in the box. You know, it doesn't rattle. And I will probably keep the baggage car in the box for now. Alright, let's look at the Locomotive. It's a 442 Class A. There is a screwdriver to be used to remove the shells, whatever. The decoder, when I decide to add one, will go into the tender. There is a spot in the tender for a speaker, so I'm probably going to buy a Tsunami 2 place in there. I do like them. I've had some recent experience with the Tsunami 2s, particularly the TSU KN1, and I just happen to love them. But that'll be a subject for another video. Let me remove the plastic here, get rid of some of that glare. Okay, we'll leave it in the box for now. We will try to run it, so I'm going to go ahead and just set that over there. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the Beaver Tail observation car. Now, there is a name on the side. Unfortunately, they didn't put any name for the cars on the end, so, and I can't read the small print without my magnifying glasses, so I'm going to call it the observation car for now. Okay. This is the observation car. Metal wheels. Microtrains couplers. And for an observation car, let me take this out. I do think that these have some of the smallest rear windows. Okay. Alright. Next, we have a pair of the basic coaches. So I'm just going to pop the cover off one, fight the glare here. Okay. Alright, it wants to come out. That's fine. But there we go. Let me try to get that so it's nice, visible. Alright, that is one of the coaches. So we have two coaches here that were next. We'll set them aside. Ah, the tap cafe car. Alright, there's the tap cafe. Looks like the passengers will sit back here. And then there's probably a kitchen up in here, plus food storage, refrigeration, or whatever they did back then in terms of food storage. Okay. This is another coach. And here is the parlor car. Again, this is, I don't know, the box just lists parlor car. It does give the three numbers for the coaches, which are 4419, 4439, and 4428. But this is what the parlor car looks like. Very similar to the coach. The main difference being apparently maybe an extra window on the coach along the long row here. I'm sure the floor plan is different. Okay. That's everything I got. I'm going to go ahead and we'll try to run the engine, see what happens there. If that works out, we'll see about running the train. Be back with you in a few. Alright, welcome back. I have the Class A locomotive set up on the main line of my T-track layout here. Okay, these are a few of the modules that I have, mainly the corners and a pair of the straights. I use this for testing and setting up my locomotives. It is DCC powered. However, you do not hear the hum of the locomotive. Okay, that's because when I set the system up, I wired a switch in it so I can switch between the bus and the output of a G-scale decoder. Now let me go ahead and turn the power on to the track. Okay, light comes on. Okay, you hear clicking in the background. I've got a fault somewhere in the system. It does not appear to affect the operation of the layout. However, I will be tearing down and rebuilding the system later this week, and I will be making videos on that. Okay, let's go ahead and see what happens when I give the locomotive some electricity. That's not good. Okay. Okay. I do not like that. It is just moving very, very slow and very jerky. Like there's a bind in the system. Should be coming into view right about now. Does not appear to be showing up on the camera very well, but you can hear it as it comes around. Go ahead and stop it. That was full throttle. Let's reverse it, back it up. That's full throttle. It seems to run better in reverse, but the Milwaukee Road never did long haul operations in reverse. At least not that I'm aware of. Alright. Let me go ahead and power off. There we go. I apologize. We're not going to see a train run. I'm going to have to look at the locomotive, see what's going on. Because I have not a clue right now as to why it's not running very well. I think I might have an idea. Looks like, I'm going to try to show this on camera. Looks like the rods may be striking the skirts of the locomotive. That would certainly be a problem. There, let me show you. Try getting a little bit more light. Okay, trying to get it in focus here. But if you look right around here, both sides, there, well, we had it for a second. Let me try turning off some of these auxiliary lighting. Okay, if you look at the, bring it over here. Let me adjust the light a bit. If you look right over in here, there is sorry about that. There's very little clearance for the rod between for the crank pin right here between the crank pin and the skirt. Well, I'm going to have to take the shell off, see if it looks like it's been striking there. If it has grooves, we're going to probably file it down and increase the clearance. And hopefully that will fix it. I'm going to let that be a subject for a later video. Alright, this concludes this episode of Adventures in Model Railroading. Okay, next time we may take a look at this, or we'll probably start tearing down the existing control system and building the new one. As always, please like, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and to ring the bell to get all notifications. Thank you for watching Adventures in Model Railroading.